Hi everybody, Peter Lurie here to take you through the week on HRTV. Monday's Amsterdam Stakes marked the return of Florida Derby winner Quality Road. Owner Edward Evans joined Race Day America the morning of the race.
How satisfying is it to finally see him on the entries again?
Well, it's great. He's been away 4 months from racing and had two feet with quarter cracks, and he's been training now about four or 5 weeks, and it's be good to see him this afternoon.
What has Todd Pletcher told you regarding his chances this afternoon?
Well, what we'd like to do is run in the Travers to, in part, make up for not being able to get to the Derby when we were, at the top of the 3-year-old group. This, I think Todd feels this is a tough race, but we think he's probably ready for this challenge. But at any rate, it's in Todd's opinion, the right step toward the Travers.
It's Quality Road with the lead. Captain Candyman Can in second. Captain Candyman Can now moves to the inside of Quality Road. Quality Road is clear by 2 lengths. Captain Candyman Can in second. Quality Road returns a winner in the Amsterdam.
Following his record-setting win, Quality Road's trainer Todd Pletcher was on the phone with his opinion of the colt's performance and health.
Part of me was hoping maybe the time wasn't right. It was just so fast. But, the thing that's scary to me is, this horse had his ears pricked at the finish line. He was not, he was not hard used to do it. And just a display of how much quality he has and how good a horse he is. And, Jimmy Jerkins did a phenomenal job with this horse. And, it's not like he hasn't done this kind of thing in the past. I think he did set a track record in the Florida Derby. And, obviously I had a tremendous amount of respect for him before the Florida Derby, but I still really believe that Dunkirk is one of the best horses I've ever had. And, when he beat Dunkirk, my respect level for him went up another degree. This horse has been, perfect since he came in. His feet are in really good shape. Hopefully with this race under his belt and then a couple of good works leading forward, maybe we can have him, ready for a big one on Travers Day.
All right, so we have reshuffled, or he has reshuffled, the top 10 for the Classic Division. I want to see where Quality Road surfaces with well-armed out of there. Quality Road third behind only Zenyatta and See the Stars. You were flirting with putting him second.
Well, See the Stars, here's the thing. I'm not sure he's coming. If he comes, he'd probably be number 1. Zenyatta is no cinch to run in this race. She might stick with the ladies. So I have Zenyatta, See the Stars, Quality Road. Clearly the best 3-year-old in the country, at least among colts. Fame and Glory and Mastercraft or other Euros who could come. They are eligible. Rail Trips Gold Cup was franked by the result of the San Diego. Colonel John back in action.
There's a stretch.
Summer Bird, Macho again, and Mind That Bird round out our top 10 in the Breeders' Cup Classic.
David Mia, exercise rider for Doug O'Neill, had the camera this week for an HRTV diary of 2-year-old filly Necessary Evil.
A behind-the-scenes tour to barn 63 North, Doug O'Neill Stables. Necessary Evil. This is the filly that's going to beat the boys today, isn't it, huh, Mama? She's running the Hollywood Juvenile Championship, a Grade 3 today against the boys. This is the morning of the race, and she's enjoying her breakfast. She doesn't have a worry in the world. You ready to show the boys how to run, Mama? Yeah? Good girl.
How are you feeling about the race, Dave?
Nervous.
Nervous?
Excited.
Do you think she can do it?
Yes.
Very confident.
Yes.
Come on, don't get us 3.
Where are we going?
The middle level.
Why?
Because we're going to be in the win picture.
Who you betting?
You'll find out in a minute. So, Richie, how are you?
Fine, brother, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Bring a lucky charm with you?
Yeah.
All right.
As the 2-year-olds make their way inside the 8th ball, but it's Necessary Evil is well clear out here on the lead. Down along the inside is Zip Quick, but it's Necessary Evil and Joe El Rosario. He's on a mission today. He's won every race so far and does it easily here in the Hollywood Juvenile.
Woo! High five! Woo!
Oh, bigger smile.
Come on, Paige, smile.
Del Mar. This is where all the summer fun begins. Necessary Evil getting saddled up for a morning workout. She's so special, we even have 2 handlers for her. But she's 2 for 2 so far, and she beat the boys in the Hollywood Juvenile Championship at the end of the Hollywood meet. And looking forward to her next start here in Del Mar. She's one fast filly. Hi, Mama.
Necessary Evil down the centre, but Me Swaino's gone, and Me Swaino drawing clear very impressively in the Sorrento Stakes. And there's Daughter of Pulpit, Me Swaino romping in an easy winner. Second is Necessary Evil, then Well Deserved.
There was a lot of speed signed on, but Me Swaino with 2 lifetime starts coming into the Sorrento had shown the ability to rate and pass horses. That style proved to be the winning style in the Sorrento yesterday down south of Arcadia, California.
A few jockey firsts this week at Saratoga and Calder Racecourse.
And it's Preemptive Strike. He's trying to take them all the way. Planets-Align coming through on his inside and his outside slip away. Preemptive Strike up and over that final fence, and he's still leading. He's going to try to do it all the way on the lead. On the outside, Mixed Up is coming with a bold late run at Preemptive Strike. Can Mixed Up get him? Yes, he can. Mixed Up wins it in the final stride of 2 miles and a 16th.
This was also for Daniela Hodson. She got into the record book. She's one of only 2 people in the last 12 years who have won on a steeplechase and a flat in the same season at Saratoga.
And Mixed Up joined Harapur as the only 10-year-old to win this race. So historical moment in the opener yesterday from Saratoga.
And 52 in a row, comes almost to even terms with Palace Charmer. Palace Charmer got a half a head in front. 52 in a row, trying to press on by. 52 in a row, Palace Charmer digging down. Photo finish, 52 in a row, 52 in a row. First win for apprentice Joshua Navarro.
First win for Josh Navarro. Now he's got to win 52 in a row.
In a row?
In a row.
Okay.
When you hit a hole-in-one in golf, you have to buy drinks for everybody. When you win your first race, it's not all that fun.
That's getting the baby powder right there with the water. Somebody's got to put an egg up there, too, just to mix it up a little bit. But
this is still going on.
There you go. You'll remember this.
When HRTV Rewind returns, the 27th running of the Arlington Million.
Gio Ponte adds the million to his Grade 1 collection.
And find out how you can sing with announcer Tom Durkin.
It's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Do.
One of our main focuses today is the work you do in Race 3 every day, benefiting the Backstretch Employee Service Team. Tell us a little bit about what goes on in Race 3 and why this is important.
Well, we have a Backstretch Employee Service Team. It's a charity that, well, our biggest obligation really is providing health insurance for backstretch workers. One of the things we do is raise money here at Saratoga. Every day I get a group, or most days anyway, a group of people. It's limited to 6 because we don't have a lot of room in the booth here. And they come up and, you know, I take them out on the roof, and it's a beautiful, beautiful spot that the public really doesn't have access to most of the time. And we take them out on the roof there. And if you've ever been out on the roof at Saratoga, it's a gorgeous sight. And then they come into the room, and I kind of show them how to call a horse race, and we just kind of yuck it up and have fun. And, you know, if you're a baseball fan, I mean, being in the announcer's booth at Saratoga is like sitting in the dugout, you know, at Yankee Stadium. So, you know, people like it, and they're very generous. It's $100 if you choose. And last year, I think we raised about $15,000.
Bobby Flay in the booth with the rain falling, so his vision and the visibility poor, and as if we needed to complicate matters for his first call. Bobby Flay on the mic. Here's the 8th from Saratoga. Good luck, Bobby.
They're off, and they're smoking out of the gate. They go around the club sandwich turn, and the first quarter is in 23 and 2. 3/8 of a mile to go to that first cocktail at Ciro's. Down the stretch they come, and it's Tall Poppy with the lead. On the inside, Freddie the Cap looking for the champagne and the caviar. Freddie the Cap in front. On the outside, it's a zero trap. And room for victory. Freddie the Cap in front.
And he calls the photo. He calls the race and the photo, sticking his neck out on a line on a 32-to-1 shot. Freddie the Cap maybe in the shadow of the wire at Saratoga.
What's that line about the day job or something?
I wonder if Tom Durkin's like cooking in the kitchen.
That's a great line. That's the line of the day. But I think Freddie held on, didn't he? Freddie the Cap, huge number. What was he, like 30-to-1?
32-to-1.
Wow.
Do you know Gary was a lefty?
Yes, I did. I did not. I knew that.
I'm embarrassed to say I did not know that.
I knew that. And it's funny because I remember when he first came around and he used to hit left-handed.
Yeah.
I said, man, you really use that left-handed stick really well. He says, that's because I'm left-handed. You know?
I feel like a moron. Not the first time, won't be the last. It was Ray Seville.
Yeah.
Again, all the Arlington Million winning jockeys on hand tonight for the event at Arlington Park on the eve of the Million.
Signing and dining with the Dynasties took place Friday at Arlington to benefit the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund and the Racetrack Chaplaincy. Kate and Bradar caught up with one of the Dynasties after the event.
So what's it feel like to be a dynasty?
Well, it didn't feel like anything other than the jockeys room between Velasquez and like Turcotte was up there and Georgie and Gary and Angel, and we actually started to like do a little jockey banter and stuff, and so it was pretty fun.
Well, you are no stranger to Arlington on Arlington Million Day. You've ridden here before, and that whole atmosphere is pretty exciting. You were talking about it yesterday, in fact, at an event honoring you as the distinguished Penny Chenery Distinguished Woman in Racing. Congratulations on that. And just talk about what this facility is like and what the crowd is like when you turned it for home in the Arlington Million.
Well, I was on Shannon Blanc from Mott, and the vibration from the crowd was incredible. And Shannon Blanc was like showing the bottoms of his hooves, and he was like, he was all from the heart, and his mane was in my face, and we were like just like stretching it out. And only in the last 70 yards did we get beat, and it was pretty exciting. And the excitement that everybody has in store for them is going to be just like something for the history books. And today was a great day with a charity event, and it was really fun.
Race Day America caught up with three-time Arlington Million winning trainer Ron McAnally on Saturday.
The Bart under a heavy whip. John Henry is charging. John Henry on the outside. The Bart down along the rail of Gay. The Bart digs in under the whip. And the final move by John Henry. The Bart is still there. Can't split him, but Bart, or is it John Henry on the outside?
Do you ever think you've seen a horse who's stayed at that level for so many years?
No, you know, the amazing thing to me, Millie, he was voted Horse of the Year at the age of 9. That's unheard of. And I remember it had rained for 3 straight days, and I knew John wasn't the kind of horse that liked that type of track. But that particular day, he was on the rail. I'll never forget. Shu rode him. And he didn't really get into his rhythm. You know, he had a certain rhythm where his action was absolutely flawless. And he got in his rhythm about the half-mile pole. And you could see his head just bobbing up and down like an oil well. He was that type of horse. And when you hooked John, you know, he was the kind of horse that was very competitive. And the one way to beat him was if you could beat him right on the wire before he saw you. And he was beaten a couple of times like that. But in all reality, he should have won the Arlington Million 3 times because he had a horse next to him, and Chris knew that he had that horse measured. But Ptolomeo, the horse from England, snuck up on the rail. And you could see in the replay, we still have the tape at home, when he saw that horse, then he took off after him again. And anyway, it was a special treat to train a horse like that. And I don't know where they come from, Millie, but they're far and few between.
Gary Stevens, Kate and Bradar, and Jill Byrne were on site for Arlington's International Festival of Racing, highlighted by the 27th running of the Arlington Million.
Gio Ponte has swept in front. Precious Passion is under pressure. Stutzfold is staying on the far outside just as well. Rallies now from out of last. Einstein is 4th. They're coming inside the final 16th. Here is Gio Ponte just as well as charging hard. Stutzfold is 3rd. Gio Ponte adds the million to his Grade 1 collection.
Gio Gio Ponte proves deserving of his role as favorite, but what a move off the turn.
What a move off the turn. Kent DeSormo got the ball rolling with Mr. Sidney with the big move, and then Gio Ponte explodes out of the pack, makes the lead easy. Looked like he was waiting a little bit. Actually looked like Stott's fold and just as well might be getting to him. They got to his hip. He found another gear, pure class.
I think he has definitely proven that he is the top turf horse over here in America now, an unprecedented 4 Grade 1 wins in a row.
Yeah, and he just keeps getting better, and you heard Ramon Dominguez right after the race in his interview out there live that he said that you could think that he's the best turf horse in America right now, and I think he proved that today. We'll see what happens later on in the year.
I mean, every step of the way, he just lets you know that he's the man. He really gives you confidence because he's just taking you there. He made a very bold move around the turn, and as soon as he got clear, turning for home, and he didn't have somebody to lead or to follow, it seems like he kind of idled a little bit, and it did concern me a little bit for a small while until I felt the horse was coming to me, and I really started getting after him, and he went back to business. He's a super horse. He's got a great disposition and a great temperament and a way of going. I mean, he's just a combination of all you want on a horse.
Take the points on the outside, final half furlong. Warrior Conductor third, staying on. Rebeswell back, take the points, and Black Bear Island in a Secretariat photo, take the points. And Pure Clan with a late run on the far outside, but up toward the wire in the Beverly D. Dynaforce, Kent DeSormo on a stakes double, Dynaforce first.
The Beverly D, a win in your in race. Dynaforce, take nothing away. You know, maybe they didn't say that was the toughest of competition in there, but she ran a big race.
And take the points. He was impressive as well today for Todd Pletcher. Kent DeSormo said that he's a horse that he doesn't really quicken up. He lengthens, and he finally found his stride today on this kind of ground and with that pace, but he went after him a lot earlier than he normally would. He was impressive. I was impressed with everything today. I'm looking forward to seeing Gio Ponte and last year's Breeders' Cup winner, Conduit. I think he'll be back again trying to duplicate his win last year. Looking forward to the two of them coming together.
The morning after the race, Arlington Million winning trainer Christophe Clément stopped by Race Day America for a recap of Gio Ponte's victory.
Christophe, how are you feeling the day after?
I'm feeling absolutely great. It was a great performance. He's been an amazing horse for all of us in the stable, and I'm delighted. I think his owner is thoroughly enjoying him. Every time he raced, his owner is coming with a group of friends. Being lucky to be around such a nice horse.
Have you kind of gotten an idea maybe where you'd like to go next?
No, not yet. I mean, the bottom line is, yes, he should be kept eligible to the mile or the mile and a half. He should be kept eligible to the Classic. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, the first two of the Breeders' Cup Classic were both tough horses last year, and they've done very well, as you know. I think it would be nice to find a race between now and then. And the major thing for me is also to find out if the owner would like me to campaign him as a 5-year-old or to retirement at the end of his 4-year life. I would obviously be a bit more aggressive this fall if this is it for him. But if we've got to campaign him next year, then I will probably keep him on the lighter, just 1 or 2 races, and that will be it, and then bring him back next year.
When HRTV Rewind returns, an 18-year-old shows up the 4-year-olds.
Ears pricked forward. He knows he's at Saratoga. It's a summertime. It's time to strut his stuff.
And a look back at 2002 Horse of the Year, Azeri.
You know, I lost words to describe this filly after her third out. I think she's the best filly I've ever ridden.
Undefeated Zenyatta has to be jockey Mike Smith's favorite mare this year. But who was his favorite before she came along?
Azeri leading the way. She's run 3/4 in 1:09 and 3. Azeri's still there, and she's pulling away. Azeri by 3, and now by 4. She has left Imperial Gesture reeling, and Bardominga too much, way too late to get to the distant champion, Azeri, who wins by 4.5 lengths today.
You know, I lost words to describe this filly after her third out. I think she's the best filly I've ever ridden.
Azeri gets along great. In fact, she's in the same field with some mares that maybe wish they were as good as she is, but she gets along great with other horses, but she's a little bit solitary. I mean, she doesn't have to have another horse around to be happy. She's her own woman, so to speak, and is happy to be out. You know, as long as she's with her foal and everything's good, she's very happy just to kind of be by herself. She's a fantastic mother and really loves her foals and takes really good care of them. But her attitude towards humans, you know, she likes people, she loves the attention. If you bring her a carriage, you're a buddy for life.
I think she's the best filly I've ever ridden.
16 wins and 40 starts, more than $1.5 million in earnings. But 18-year-old John's Call isn't done yet. He had a chance to head back to the track for the John's Call Stakes Friday at Saratoga.
At 6, you had him in claiming races, and then at a 9, he won 2 Grade 1 races. What was the progression between his 6-year-old and his 9-year-old that made him become the horse that he ended up being?
It really looks like nobody knew what they were doing, doesn't it? But
I did not say that, but thank you for bringing it up.
No. Well, that's what it looks like.
We're looking at a picture of you on John's Call. I understand he was the stable pony. What's he doing right now?
He's a stable pony still, and he's going to take him to the post this afternoon.
We're 7 minutes out from the John's Call. And I want to see John's Call.
You want to see John's Call and what he's up to? He's putting on a show at Saratoga. There is John's Call.
He is 18 years old.
18 years old.
That is amazing.
40 lifetime starts, 16-time winner, 11 second-place finishes. He banked more than $1.5 million. He was third to Calanese, beat a half length in the 2000 Breeders' Cup Turf. And here at Saratoga, he wasn't 4-star Dave, but he did do some solid work. 4 for 10 overall.
I'm just amazed he looks so good, you know. And
well, he's not done.
He's not done.
Parading in front of the crowd, he's not done. Here we have, 4-year-olds and up, and those are considered older horses. Right. This horse should be wheeled out in a rocking chair, you would think.
There he is.
Look at him.
Oh, my God.
18 years old.
Look at this.
Ears pricked forward. He knows he's at Saratoga. It's a summertime. It's time to strut his stuff. The 18-year-old John's Call. His legacy lives on in form and on the racetrack.
That is amazing. That was worth it right there to see the old guy do that.
On the outside, it is Solitaire. Tafone has stopped abruptly. They're coming down to the finish now. And on the far outside, Solitaire is coming with a bold late run. Southwest is there too. Solitaire, the winner. Solitaire has won it.
President of Fasig-Tipton, Boyd Browning, joined Race Day America to explain why you should buy and race at Saratoga.
Boyd, what incentives have you created for buyers of Saratoga yearlings to come back and race at the spa?
Well, thanks for that nice lead-in. Very much appreciate it. I like a layup every now and then. And we've announced with Naira the creation of the juvenile jackpot, which will be a $100,000 bonus to be awarded to the first graduate of the 2009 Saratoga Select Yearling Sale that wins a graded stake race during the 2010 Saratoga race meet. Interestingly enough, the first graded stake at Saratoga in 2009 was won by last year's Saratoga sales graduate, Hot Dixie Chick. So she would have won a $100,000 bonus for her owner, Grace Stable. So if the same thing happens next year, if a Saratoga graduate wins a graded stake at Saratoga in 2010, they get a $100,000 bonus. In the spirit of racing and so forth, if nobody hits it in 2010, it's a carryover and becomes $200,000 for a 2-year-old for the next year that wins it the next year. Or if it doesn't, it's not here for the first 2 years, it becomes a $300,000 carryover and so forth. So it should be a nice feature. It should be something that creates some interest and could pay pretty significant dividends to an owner that happens to win the right races here at Saratoga.
That's all for HRTV this week. Here's what you can look forward to next week.
Tequila.
Great job, Dooley, and I tell you what, after race number 9 at Arlington Park, you got maybe 10 minutes left to happy hour.
I'm going out. I'm going out. There's a hot spot right across from that track, too, that I guarantee you will be packed after the 9th race right here. That'll get you pumped up.